Hi guys, it's Laura. Welcome to my leotard of an outfit. I literally was just about to wash my face. And I was thinking to myself, welcome to live every day like it's your birthday. So something I think that is really worth talking about and doesn't get talked about enough is exfoliating as you age. Okay, so I'm 36 years old. I'm a deep onset millennial. I'm literally just getting ready to do a super ghetto fabulous at home, like, let's just say, like, face detox, okay? I'm just putting up my hair. So I'll just say this. So I was taking a phone call from a super good friend of mine the other day that I grew up with. We're like sisters, and I love her to death. And it's really cold where I'm from in Iowa. And she answered, yeah, what's hot? She answered the phone on the call, and we had been exchanging pictures, and she said, bitch, this isn't even the old person filter. And I was like, so this is me, like, telling the story and not talking on a high horse. Like, I'm balding, and I have really dark circles under my eyes. I'm starting to get this collapse in the face that everyone's talking about. Like, these dark circles, look, they're serious. So this is not me talking on a high horse. I'm simply going to tell you my educated basics and, like, what my advice is and, like, what I think about skincare and aging. And, like, if you're knocking on the door to 40 and you don't maybe want to wear makeup like shingles on a house, I would just say this is how you live every day like it's your birthday. It's a micro exfoliation every single day. Between the ages of 18 and 30, your skin cell turnover cuts in half. So your skin cells that used to, like, move and groove and do their thing and, like, jump off your face at their own pace, like, they don't do that anymore. They used to be able to, like, sleep with Maybelline on, and those skin cells would just jump off. Okay, they just like while you were sleeping and partying, that show kept moving, right? Well, now between ages 18 and 30, your skin cell turnover cuts in half. So half the amount of skin cells that used to move and groove are now just like, I'd rather not. And then between 30 and 60, they cut in half again. So what that really means is that's why you start getting the hodgepodge going on your face. Like, that's why, like, makeup starts, like, stacking up like shingles on a house. That's why, like, you just start to look fucking old. Okay? Rip that shit off. Out with the old, in with the new. Turn that skin treadmill on. Okay? Tell it it's time to fucking get this train in motion. We're not dead. And you're gonna fucking exfoliate. And you're gonna do it, like, damn near every fucking day. Okay? There's 2 ways you can exfoliate. We're going to keep this, like, youth train moving. This was all bought clearance rack style at TJ Maxx, okay? Like, I'm in a level of poverty right now that most don't ever desire to play a game in. So, anyway, very rarely am I going to show you a product that I think you have to buy that is expensive. But there is one corner no one is cutting. No one. And that is this. It's Purity. So Purity was a professional cleanser on the #1 U.S. market for 10 years. All it is, it's a cleanser, a toner, and an eye makeup remover all in one. I do not sell this. I do not make any commissions. I did used to work for Philosophy corporately before they sold out to Cody, and why they were actually with Cody. So I'd like to go back to them. Anyway, interjection, but you can dig in your eyes. You can melt down your eye makeup. You can literally just squeeze this in your hand and attack your face with your makeup on. It's an emulsion, like, melt everything down. That is not an exfoliator. That is not going to help you from looking like the old bitch on the block, okay? What's going to help you with that is using a chemical exfoliator or a physical exfoliator. There's 2 ways you can exfoliate. You can physically exfoliate, which I'm still a huge fan of, and I should not be at my age. But physical exfoliators are the granulars, okay? That horrifying apricot scrub, put it down. Put it down. Where are my eyes? The reason I'm telling you to put down apricot scrub and to pick up a different scrub is with scrubs, you got to be really fucking careful. Although it's pertinent and important that you're in there ripping off those skin cells and forcing up the new ones, it's also stretching and tearing open your pores to the size of Cheerios, okay? because it's a granular that's in there, like a granular, a hard one, in your round little pore. Some shard granular is in there, like, rah, 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 stretching and tearing and destroying. Okay, really, like that's, paint that picture. That's what's happening to each pore. So please be careful with your granulars, okay? Like, my favorite one is also, it's by Philosophy. It's rare that I like a brand for 2 products. Usually they're only good at 1. But Philosophy's Exfoliator Micro Delivery Wash is made out of perfectly cut round seashells. The active ingredient is called diatomaceous earth. It means perfectly cut round seashell. Your pore is round. The granular is round. It gets in there. It cleans things out. No stretch, no tear, no destroy. Okay? Okay. Everything we learned about shapes in kindergarten still applies. So that's why a square does not go in a circle, and that's why a circle goes good in a circle. Okay? Okay. So if you don't want to mess around with like, oh, you don't know what your granular is, so you ain't trying to tear open your pores the size of Cheerios, you can chemically exfoliate. Now, if you're having skincare problems, I highly suggest you get a hold of me and let's maybe just book like a Not Your Mother's Makeup lesson. I'm still going to teach those. But this is a HA, a pineapple chemical exfoliator. So what this is also going to wash away. It's going to like chemically exfoliate. It's going to chemically turn on the treadmill and do dry dead skin, impurities, bacteria, dullness, and it all just kind of does that by massaging it in, and then the acids go to work unlike a granular. It's like a chemical treadmill, and it just like gets on there and just like eats away all the stuff. Now, you're going to be really careful with your eyes. You're going to be careful if you're a face waxer like me, if you're doing chemical exfoliations like this. But it's definitely what I vote. So this is what I do to like keep my face at bay. So I've already washed my face, but we're going to do a peel. So these, if you're going to do a chemical exfoliation, I do think they work best on dry skin. Why? Well, lots of times water will be the active ingredient that stops the process of the chemical exfoliation. So if you have too much water on your face, then like, is your chemical face wash even doing the treadmill, even doing the skin treadmill, right? So let's just do this. So I'm just, I'm trying to buy into all the pre-menopause things. The thing you're not going to get me on is fucking Ozempic, and I know I'm gaining weight at like high speed rates. I know everyone can see it, but not going to get me with that. So anyway, chemical exfoliators, you want to take, lots of girls I start seeing get these things called milia or trapped wax from right here, like under the eyes. Don't get too close. Don't get too close, but pretty close. Like right up to that orbital. But then once you're in the orbital area, knock it off. You don't need to be on those tiny tissues. Those tissues that are really up there are 16 times thinner than the skin on the rest of your face. Isn't that a fun fact? 16 times thinner. So we don't need to be exfoliating that. What happens if you chemically exfoliate and get it on your lips or your eyelids or your under eyes? Does anybody know? Does anybody want to tell me? You ever done it? Go ahead, do it one time. Do it one time. So I leave this on for just a couple of minutes. I would say sing happy birthday back to back 2 times and then no more than that, rinse. Start with 1 happy birthday. If you're using a chemical exfoliator, go right up to that hairline and make sure when you're washing it off, make sure you're really neutralizing it hardcore, like really washing it off up to that hairline, because otherwise that acid stays in motion. Like I can really feel it. So you don't want to go too long. 1 happy birthday is good. 2 at the most, okay, for like a really seasoned vet. But I'm getting really right up in there because that's where we do the bronzers, right? Like we do those bronzers right through the hairline. And people always miss right here, like on the sides of their face. Like, don't ever forget. Don't do your lips and your eyelids, like I said. So what happens? What happens is that skin is so much thinner that you end up feeling really chapped, like you were drugged behind a fucking bus for like weeks, and you end up like, you'll probably have to use like a multi-purpose like healing ointment. I'm losing my mind on what that's called right now, but like, yeah, like a Neosporin. You'd have to use like a Neosporin. I'm letting the water heat up on my sink here. I should have had hot water when you rinse your chemical wash. Your chemical peel is always hot water for everything for your face until the very end, then cold. And I'll explain why. Hot opens everything up. Cold closes everything down. So don't forget this little space right here. This little space right here also tends to suffer. So now I'm going to wash this off. So let's just hang on real quick. Okay. So as you're washing, I make like, it's a fucking flood in front of me at all times. And I'll tell you why. Like usually take off your shirt. So when you're washing your face every day and exfoliating like every day, I want you bringing that down here. See, it's like onto my chest and the tops of my hands. There's nothing like scarier, more frightening to me than looking at a woman who like must spend all this money on spa shit on her face, and then her neck is like hanging off of it and sunspots galore. Like, what are you doing? Like, please bring your, I literally do all my peels and everything like on my neck. Always go upwards if you can on your neck. Up. But treat your neck. God. Wash your neck. You put makeup on your neck probably. Like, especially like right here and right here. Gross. Really get that. Peel like right here. Like right behind the ear. Gross. My face is a little raw. I'll say that. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I know my skin pretty good. Okay, so that being said, we're gonna like blot it dry. Okay, now same thing. So now like I've exfoliated. This was $8 or $9 at TJ Maxx. I don't know that this shit should be sold to the general public. I'm not joking. One happy birthday of this, and whoo, I feel raw almost, but that's okay. I have, if you still suffer from acne breakouts, it's very hard to come by. I have to get it on Amazon and order it. The OxyClean Benzol Spot Treatment. I will not use anything with salicylic acid in it. That just breaks me out to high heaven. But so this is, I mean, I still have to do this since age 20, so something's going on. But this is a little Benzol. So it's just a little spot treatment. So now that we've exfoliated, now our treatments and our moisturizers can get to where they need to go. They can like run through like a screen door, right? So something that's really important. You can do these 2 for 1. Like you don't have to do this in steps 1, 2, 12, and 64 because ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody has time for that. So usually like I do the wash and exfoliation when I'm in the shower, and then because I'm normally not washing my hair. And then this is Boots number 7. It was like $6 or $7, 9 tops. It's just, it's kind of sticky. It's a hyaluronic acid. Do you know what hyaluronic acid is? Not all acids are exfoliators. So just because you see an acid doesn't mean like it's exfoliating. Hyaluronic acid holds its weight in water 1,000 times. So it's like blah. It's like a water balloon in your face. So I take like 3 or 4 chocolate chip size drops. Same vehicle. The vehicle is the moisturizer that carries the treatment home. 2 for 1. Make a jelly donut. Make a jelly donut. Scrape it all up. Here's a little cocktail. It's like your peas and your carrots touching. Always up, up, up. When you can, fighting that gravity. Chest, neck, oh god, neck, all the way back to the ears, like, and then hands, because ew, old lady hands, terrifying. I don't have any spots yet. And my chest is actually pretty good too. I mean, if you look at it, you say 36, so I'm just pushing that in over the eyes, up to the hairline. Now you gotta let that Benzol dry if you're gonna do a spot treatment first. You can't just like put your jelly donut right over that. You gotta go. The last thing, this if you're feeling really like treating yourself, it's just a little cheap eye cream. It's called Dirty Works Good Clean Fun Eye Cream. Stop puffy eyes. I just happen to find it in my makeup kit. Chocolate chip size amount on the ring finger. The reason the ring finger is it's the least amount of pressure that you can provide in both of your hands. I'm double jointed. I'll go really right up to that orbital area and pat, 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 pat. Don't pull if you, like, don't have to. You will know. You will know. But if you don't have to pull, God, don't. Okay. Make sure you get that eyelid. The eyelid is what gets so fucking dark and creepy. And now, I guess you could say, like, I am a licensed skin therapist, but this is what I will say, is that any, like, real esthetician is going to tell you, and I was a cosmetology teacher and a cosmetologist, sorry, a cosmetology in 3 different states. But skin is my passion. Skin is my passion. You can throw my shears away and I would just never care. But they're going to tell you that you absolutely have to be using vitamin C's and retinols. And that is true. That is true. So, like, I'm on a sinking ship. So the regimen I've just showed you is just, it's really not protecting you, really, because vitamin C breaks me out to high hell. It also is a very finicky ingredient. It lives its life in the bottle and doesn't make it to your face, which is kind of a bummer. It's like an only child that doesn't play well with others. Wonder how I knew that analogy. But I can't use retinols. That's a nighttime thing. Please not use retinol during the daytime. That's another lesson, but it's just you're creating a new baby skin cell and then it's just frying and dying on the surface. So please don't do that. But this is just a regimen that you can do. And if you can just get away with not wearing makeup and just maybe ending it with a little Mario Badescu face spray, God, do it. Hydration, ladies. Drive it home. I used to see people using these face sprays. And I'd be like, dude, what do you think you're doing? What kind of favors you think you're doing? Putting some colored water on your fucking face. Don't know. Don't care. This ship is not going down. Anyway, sorry it took 20 minutes out of your day, but 20 minutes or less. It's really worth it. I want to just look like somebody just, you know what, all over my face, because I'm so scared to get old. This is my 2 cents for the day. I hope it helps you. Hope it helps you have a little micro celebration in your day. If you have any skin questions, holler.